Yo, is this thing on, bud? Yo, check this shit out. I'm fucking, I'm fucking lapel guy. I got a nice little microphone, all professional and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, so today's recipe, we are actually doing our first segment of a new series called Full Fat Friday. Now, the premise of this series is basically gonna be, if the name really couldn't tell, doing recipes that involve full fat recipes, i.e., I'm not gonna make any sort of healthy food or anything that has to do with reducing calories. The reason I want to do this is because I want to, you know, kind of expand my culinary abilities and, you know, really use this as a way to try out new recipes. So that being said, I'm gonna make this a reoccurring series for the first Friday of every month, Full Fat Friday. And today, episode 1, peanut butter Boston cream brownies. It is going to be, I'm expecting this to absolutely slap. So basically, we're just gonna do a very, very fudgy brownie base, a peanut butter and vanilla pastry cream coating on top of that, and then a nice chocolate ganache to go on top of that. I'm really wanting to get into this, so let's go. All right, so now before we start anything, we are going to get our hot box preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. First off, we have ourselves some nice butter. We are going to brown 1 cup or 225 grams of some unsalted butter. There we go. Browning butter is basically slowly, very slowly melting and caramelizing butter. And essentially what it does is it brings out the kind of a more like nutty and really like kind of earthy flavor that is very delicious and pairs extremely well with things such as like brown sugar. It's typically used in a lot of chocolate chip cookie recipes. However, I felt like browning my butter for these brownies would pair extremely well with the peanut butter in the pastry cream. All right, so now that we got all of our butter in our pan, we're just gonna kind of lightly jostle them around with a spatula. And we're gonna keep this over like medium, maybe medium high heat, just stirring occasionally. So once we get all the solid butter melted, we are actually gonna start to stir a little bit more vigorously just to prevent any milk solids that may sit at the bottom of the pot from burning, because if you burn brown butter, it's gonna go from this really nice, like nutty, sort of earthy flavor to just absolute dick. So don't burn your butter. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of foam in here, and that's because the milk from the butter is starting to separate from the water, and so all the foam coming up right now is all the water trying to evaporate out of the melting butter. And so once the foaming kind of subsides a little bit, that's when you know you're going to be close, but you're going to know that you are fully done. It's going to go from this yellow to a very slight amber color. Once you see the first signs of amber, kill the heat, take it off the heat, and immediately pour it into a heat-safe bowl. Just keep stirring, making sure to be careful not to get any butter splatters all over your little fingies. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, kind of, when I start to stir really quickly, the butter has turned to an amber color. So we're gonna take this off the heat. Liam, speak! We're gonna move it to a bowl. Okay, so as you see here, we have our, oh fuck, that's really hot. See how it is nice in amber color. It has really pronounced caramel notes, and it just, oh, this just like, oh, that smells so good. All right, so now we're gonna do another very bougie step. We're gonna do something called blooming our cocoa. And blooming your cocoa will bring out the deep, rich, chocolatey notes of the cocoa itself, and in turn lead to a much more fudgier, chocolatier, rich brownie. So right here in my little container, I have 1/3 cup or 75 grams of some unsweetened cocoa powder. And then I also, this like little black spot right here, is 1 tablespoon of freshly ground coffee. So if you guys do bake often, you might know that pastry chefs will often add espresso powder to chocolate desserts to enhance the chocolatey flavor. But people have also done it with adding, you know, straight coffee or ground coffee like I'm adding. And so again, this is not to add a coffee flavor. This is simply just to enhance the chocolate flavor. Kind of like literally putting salt in anything. It just enhances the flavor. So, alongside the 1/3 cup of cocoa powder and the 1 tablespoon of ground coffee, which will come out to about 2 grams, I'm going to chop and add 1 entire 2-ounce bar of 100% baker's chocolate. Oh damn, this is all kind of fancy. Look at this shit. I see it comes in its own like a little carrying case. That's kind of sick. And I would chop it up to make it easier, but I'm just gonna do the old 1-2 breakaroo. Nah, I'll be somewhat professional, I suppose. So now that we got all of our chopped chocolate, we're gonna transfer this into our bowl. And again, we're just gonna let this kind of sit here, chill for about maybe like 1 to 2 minutes, and then we're gonna stir in the other ingredients. Okay, so our cocoa has been blooming, and we're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon, actually sorry, 1 full teaspoon, so that'll be 2 of these bad boys, of vanilla extract, straight up in that bizitch. 1 cup of both light brown sugar and white sugar, i.e. 200 grams, little bit of a mix. 3 large room temperature eggs. Just gonna make sure all 3 eggs are nicely incorporated. Lastly, but not leastly, we are going to add 1 cup or 120 grams of just some all-purpose flour. I'm going to fold in the flour as opposed to whisking it in, mostly because this bowl is simply too fucking small and I am mortified that just stuff's gonna go everywhere. So, as you can see, that is a thick batter, but that is going to be delicious. Oh, this shit's gonna fucking bang, son. Okay, so now that this batter is done, we're gonna move this to the side, and we're going to prepare our baking dish. All right, so now that we've got our brownie batter all prepped, we're gonna put this in the 350-degree oven. And that's gonna vibe in there for about 30 to 35 minutes, or until a like toothpick or a cake tester or like, you know, a syringe or anything like that. You just pop it in there, see if the batter comes off cleanly. Alright, so now that we have our brownies in the oven, we're going to start making our pastry cream. So we're going to start with a medium sauce pot, and we're going to pour in 1 1/3 cup or 320 milliliters of some whole cow titty milk. Put that over medium to low heat, and then while that is heating up, get the fuck out of here, scale. We're going to grab a heat safe bowl. We need 4 egg yolks up in this bowl. So I'm going to crack in. Oh my god, those brownies smell so fucking good. Egg 4, let's go, baby. To your milk, you're gonna wanna add a teaspoon of vanilla. You wanna keep a close eye on your milk. You do not want this to go anywhere near like a boil, or else it's gonna completely figgity fuck the whole thing. If it starts to lightly simmer, that's okay, but just, you know, be cognizant of where it's at. We have our 4 egg yolks, and now we have, I don't know the cup measurements because I didn't write it down, but we have 89 grams of some Caucasian sugar. And right now we are going to break up the egg yolks and whisk vigorously. So the color changed to a nice pale color, pale yellow, and now it's glossy running off the whisk. That is almost done. And the last thing we're gonna add is 20 grams of all-purpose flour. And we're adding all-purpose flour because the protein in the flour itself actually helps the pastry cream kind of make a more firm, set texture, as opposed to being nice and like loose or runny. Bang. Okay, so as you can see, this is nice, pale, glossy, falling off the whisk. Easy does it. My milk is starting to steam a little bit right now, so that means it is at pretty much the perfect spot of where I want it. So what we're gonna do now is temper the pastry cream. So with our milk that's warm, I'm actually going to kill the heat, take it off the heat. While I'm constantly whisking, I'm gonna take a 1/4 cup of the milk and slowly stream it into the eggs. And this tempering process slowly heats up the eggs and avoids the eggs from curdling, i.e. scrambling, and thus, you know, getting you an eggy, well, scrambled egg mixture, which, you know, you don't want. Making sure to fully incorporate it into the egg mixture before we add our next batch. All right, I'm bored with that. Again, constantly whisking. You do not want these eggs to curdle. Okay, and then I can add probably the last bit. Now that everything is fully incorporated, we are going to take this mixture from our bowl and pour it back into the sauce pot. Now we're just gonna continuously stir. You want this to be literally never stop stirring. This is basically where all the protein kind of coagulates and forms a nice thick, dense pastry cream. Make sure you're scraping down the edges of the pot just to make sure no egg sticks and burns. This is something that for a while it's gonna look like just runny, like watery mixture, like nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden, bang, it thickens right up and you have this really, really nice, delicious pastry cream. And pull it off the heat once you notice it is fully thickened. So now we have a nice little, actually put it on the heat just for a little bit longer. And there we go, bang. We have a nice, thick pastry cream. We're now going to take back our bowl. We're gonna take this and pour our pastry cream into our heat-safe bowl. Let me scoot this up. Get out of here. As you can see, we have our nice, thick pastry cream. And the way to judge this up, make this a peanut butter pastry cream brownie. I'm going to add some of this, look at this little squeezy guy, little skippy pouch, perfect size. Typically in a normal pastry cream where it's just vanilla, this is where you would add butter to kind of, again, emulsify, thicken it up, and just make it a nice creamier and richer pastry cream. But we're adding peanut butter. So, come on now. Come on now. All right, we're gonna add 132 grams of peanut butter and I will make the conversion right now. We're gonna stir this into the hot pastry cream so it fully emulsifies and gets all mixed in. Let's give this a little bit of a taste. Oh, sweet Jesus. Y'all, I snapped. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna put this in the fridge for a little bit to chill down so it'll be easier to work with later on. So we're gonna take a little bit of plastic wrap and place this directly down onto the pastry cream so it does not form a skin while cooling down all up in that refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we got that on. Now we're gonna put this in the fridge for a little bit to cool down. Oh shit. All right, so it's been 30 minutes. We're gonna take a look at the brownies. So I'm just gonna stick a nice little butter knife right through the middle. Oh yeah, bud, that's done. Come on, focus. That's a clean brownie. I'm gonna vibe down here. All right, so brownies are done. Pastry cream's done. The last thing we need to do is make a chocolate ganache, which is literally the easiest fucking thing to make. So while these cool down a little bit, I'm gonna make the chocolate ganache and then we're gonna put it all together, bing, bang, boom, and we should be on our way. We're gonna take 2 ounces of some dark bittersweet chocolate. I do not feel like cleaning my knife again, so I'm just gonna break this up by hand. And now I'm gonna take this over to my scale and we're gonna add 2 ounces of some heavy whipping cream. We're going to nuke this in the microwave for about 30-second intervals and stir with a little, one of these newfangled forks, but they're spoons. All right, so this is after the first 30 seconds. Just gonna give this a nice little stir. Let me see, I might be able to get this in one 30-second burst. Yeah, hold up, this is looking pretty tight. I'll put it in for like 5 more seconds just to be safe. Yeah, there we go. So we have a nice silky chocolate ganache, and that is gonna go on top of our pastry cream. So now that we have all of our components, let's assemble this. Step 1, brownie. Step 2, pastry cream. Oh my God, it smells so much like peanut butter and I fucking love it. Yes, sir. And now we're just gonna want to give this a nice little even spread to the edges just to make sure every single bit of this brownie is covered head to toe with this delicious, delicious pastry cream. There we go, bud. Let's give this pastry cream a taste just to make sure it tastes good. Y'all, oh fuck my knee. I'm a level with you here. If y'all don't make this recipe, I'll be real. If y'all don't even if you don't even think about making this recipe, I don't care. I understand. It's a little time consuming. You know what I mean? it's a little bit much for some people. But that pastry cream, goddamn, make the pastry cream, y'all. Like, oh my god. And with that being said, we're gonna pour the chocolate ganache nicely on top of that. So we're gonna give this a nice, again, spread to the edges, but this is gonna be pretty thin, so just keep that in mind. Congratulations, your brownies are done, but not really, because you wanna actually put this in the fridge overnight to let it fully solidify, let the ganache fully set, let the pastry cream fully set, and let the brownies completely chill. And I feel like that is going to give you the best overall experience. I'm gonna put some tin foil over top, and we're gonna pop this in the fridge overnight, and we are going to taste test this tomorrow. We got brownies. All right, so, oh yes sir. Hack ourselves off a little bit. Now I'm kind of a corner guy, so I'm gonna go right here. This is a dense boy, holy hell. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got a nice fudgy brownie. That peanut butter pastry cream middle and the ganache on top. Let's give this a taste. All right. We got here our beautiful peanut butter Boston cream brownie. Again, super fudgy brownie, peanut butter pastry cream, and a nice thin little chocolate ganache. Just in case, I got an extra pair of underwear just in case I, Boston cream my drawers, if you catch my drift. But I have high hopes for these. So let's give this a 1-2 taste-a-roo. Y'all, I have never once in my life snapped this hard on a recipe. I can't even put into comprehensible words how good that was. Jesus Christ, please make this. Please make this. That is by far the best dessert I've ever made personally, and that may have been one of the best desserts I've ever had. That was, oh my god, that was transcendent. All right, well, that all being said, this concludes the first iteration of Full Fat Friday. So I sincerely hope you all enjoyed. That's English. And if you did, please drop this video a like. And if you see fit, I would also recommend subscribing to my channel for future iterations of Full Fat Friday, and also future iterations of more healthier recipes or fitness related information. But with that all being said, that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you again so very much for watching. Peace out.